Alright, so you learned a little bit of the German alphabet and German pronunciation basics. And now you're at lesson 4, du versus sie. So in this lesson, you're going to learn the difference between du and sie in German. Both of these words can mean you, but they're used in different situations. So these two little words are really going to be helpful as we build our first sentences in German. Let's learn when to use du, when to use sie, how formal and informal German work, and how simple questions change with du and sie. So we have two ways to say you. In English, we only have you. There's just one word. But German has two common ways to say you. That's du, informal, and sie, formal. Both mean you. And it's kind of important because the form that you choose is going to depend on the formality of the situation. So you're going to want to use du if you're with your family, friends, children, classmates, or people your age in a casual situation, like at a party or going out to dinner with your friends. So what are some sentences that use du? We would say, wie heißt du? What's your name? Woher kommst du? Where are you from? Sprichst du English? Do you speak English? Now let's look at when to use sie. We use sie in formal situations. So if you're talking to a stranger, talking to a teacher, a customer, talking to a coworker, a worker in a shop, or someone in a professional situation, then you would want to use sie. Let's look at our example sentences. Wie heißen Sie? What's your name? Woher kommen Sie? Where are you from? Sprechen Sie English? Do you speak English? And notice that our verbs look a little bit different with sie than they did with du. We have wie heißen Sie and wie heißt du? Woher kommst du? Woher kommen Sie? Sprichst du English? Sprechen Sie English? And notice that all the words are the same except for the verb and the ending. So those endings are what we get when we conjugate a verb. Conjugating a verb is what we do for the different pronouns, like du, sie, ich, du, sie, er. Let's do a quick comparison. Wie heißt du? What's your name? Wie heißen Sie? What's your name? We would use wie heißt du if we were asking a classmate what their name is, for example. And wie heißen Sie if we were asking a professor what their name is. The same thing with woher kommst du? Where are you from? Woher kommen Sie? This is formal. Sprichst du English? This is informal. Sprechen Sie English? This is formal. Notice how the formal version has an en ending, and the informal has an st ending. We're just going to be touching on the subject for now, so don't get too carried away in the details. If you're not sure which one to use, sie is usually a safer choice in formal situations. And as you learn more German and practice, it'll become clearer when to use the du form. Let's look at a mini dialogue with this. Using the informal, Hallo, wie heißt du? Hello, what's your name? Ich heiße Ben. Und du? My name is Ben. And you? Ich heiße Anna. My name is Anna. And what about a formal conversation? Guten Tag. Good day. Wie heißen Sie? What's your name? Ich heiße Herr Braun. My name is Mr. Brown. Practice these phrases and say them aloud. Now, Complete the questions at the bottom of the page. These are interactive exercises. So go through question by question and decide if the sentence is formal or informal. There's about 3, 4, 5, 6 questions to answer. Then you can check your answers to see which ones you got right and wrong. I'll see you in the next lesson.